Good evening, everybody. Keith here. Hoping everybody's having a good day, enjoying life, living life, and loving life. You know, we do a lot of talking, using a lot of words, and we think we know what those words are. And yet we find ourselves caught up in this world of fiction, and we don't know why. Well, first I'm going to start out with something that everybody commonly believes is a word. And I don't think absolutely does not use it correctly. Because I've got this guy that likes to come on some of these posts, and we all hear this. You need to quit pandering to the fiction. Well, I'd like to inform everybody that you're not using that properly. Because, see, that's not a verb. That's not an action word. Pandering. There's no such thing. It is total fiction. And basically what it is pander. Again, when we get to etymology, we look at the root word. And so when we look at the root word pander, we realize if we look at the thing as pandering, because again, it's not a verb, it's a noun. Well, what do you mean it's a noun? Well, it's a noun because if you look at the origin of it, it's actually the name of a character known as a prince in a fictional novel. So you can't be pandering to the fiction. It's just obsolete. It's not even viable. So when this guy professes his arrogance and the first violation of the law is theft of consent, I'm going to keep pandering to the fiction. Like I tell people, a man's intellect is limited and biased by his vocabulary. If you don't know the words you're using, I suggest have many times. Get to the origin of the word. Find out what that root word is. The root word in representative is present, as in the now time. The root word of defendant is fend, again, as in the now time. I will always fend for myself. And if anybody thinks they can defend me, the only way you can defend me is to kill me. Then I will truly be defended, because I will ever, as always, as I've lived already, get right back up and go right back to it. And therefore, I have not been defended. And so I want you guys to think about this stuff. When we see all these words, we really need to think about where they come from. Because it's somebody else writing them down according to their intent, or somebody else speaking them according to their intent. And so when you hear somebody from now on saying, well, if you just quit pandering to the fiction, you know how to blast them out of the water. Again, a man's intellect is limited and biased by his vocabulary. And if you hear somebody using fictional words that don't even make any sense, then they're babbling. And if they're drowning in that babble, then they're bubbling. They're lost in the seas of commerce, the legislative words of commerce. And they're bubbling. At least that's what it sounds like to me. You guys really get the gist of this. It's the word is. Like Bill Clinton said, it depends on what your definition of the word is. And comprehend there's 21 different uses of the word is. So do your research, be diligent about it. and use every word in its right context. Otherwise, you're babbling. So anyway, remember, people, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be doing this. God bless. Have a good night. Bye.